Okay, YouTube, this is what I got for you. This looks really quirky, but we've all had these sleep number bed problems, right, with these motors. This is what I've whittled it down to based on somebody else's video to make sure the actual pump wasn't bad. Was I jumped, here's your power inlet wire, goes to these two leads. Here's the power wires to the actual compressor. So I used a paper clip and jumped to the power wire, the ground, That fired up my pump to confirm that this works. And then I put it back to normal because I didn't want to permanently jump it. And I started messing around with stuff, excuse me. What we did from there was, this somehow is your pressure hose to this device that regulates the two sides individually. And it comes down, this, my guess, is the pressure sensor that goes bad on all of these circuit boards, which we all know you can't get parts for, and you can't call Select Comfort because they just want you to buy a new one. In messing around with this, don't ask me why, but I pulled it off of here. So this is where this originally attaches. And then this feeds air pressure to the sensor, which tells you when to start or stop pumping. I'm currently filling mine up to make sure that it holds air. What I did to get it to work was I sucked on this tube and created a little bit of a vacuum, which made the pump start. So I figured out by just maintaining the vacuum, I first had just my tongue or thumb over it, it would continue to pump. So then I was like, well, I don't want to hold this forever, so I created the vacuum, pinched it, put a golf tee in the end, fit in there perfect. Pump starts up, runs. Now I believe it will not shut off. So I still have left and right control, but there's no sensor that's going to tell me the right amount of pressure. The other thing I noticed is this little relief blows air out once you start getting to 45 psi or more. So I blocked that also just so I'm not losing any air. Best way I can see to just rig it up, once you get to your right pressure that you like, you unplug the bed and you're pressurized. So if you're looking for a workaround versus going out and getting a whole new pump for $400 from Select Comfort, and you don't need to get it exactly to your number, you just want it blown up to something that's comfortable, that works for you, best thing I can see to do, I mean, short of getting this circuit board, because this, I believe, is the culprit right here. I believe that's just your little pressure switch, because if I pull this out of here, the pump's gonna shut off. Like I said, you gotta create a vacuum, so you have to suck on the end of this. You'll hear the pump kick on. You can do it while it's plugged in if you want. Just make sure you're not touching electronics. But you suck on it, pinch it nice and tight, and then stick a golf tee in the end to maintain that vacuum. And she's up and running, man. And then when it gets to the right fullness, I'm just gonna unplug it. And you can pretty much leave it like this. I think once the vacuum's established, as long as this is in there, I've unplugged it and plugged it back in, and I can change sides and blow that side up more. So I don't know how to get air out. I guess you'd have to undo one of the valves temporarily to reduce your pressure, you know, which isn't that hard. You could put a valve on it, but I'm just gonna blow it up to where I want it, turn it off, and if I lose air out of it, all I gotta do is turn it on, hit a button, blow it up till I like it, and then unplug it. That's my plan. Good luck.